Everyone thinks Costco is successful because it's cheap. That's true, but it's not the real reason. Costco breaks almost every rule that modern retailers follow. It spends almost nothing on advertising. It sells far fewer products than almost any supermarket. Its famous $1.50 hot dog has barely changed in price for decades. And somehow, it's one of the most profitable retailers in the world. Start with something that should, on paper, drive customers away. You have to pay Costco before you're even allowed to shop there. An annual membership currently runs $65 for the basic tier or $130 for the upgraded executive tier. Most retailers would never dream of charging customers just to walk through the door. Costco's renewal rates tell a different story. Roughly 90% of members renew every single year, both in the US and globally, according to the company's own reported figures. There's real psychology behind why this works so well. Behavioral economists call it the sunk cost effect. Once you've already paid for something, you feel a strong pull to actually use it, to justify that initial spending. A Costco member who's already paid $65 upfront has a built-in incentive to keep shopping there throughout the year, simply to feel like that membership fee was worth it. That single mechanism turns an ordinary customer into something closer to an invested stakeholder. Now, the hot dog, possibly the most famous $1.50 item in American retail history. Costco introduced the hot dog and soda combo in 1985. The price has not changed since. In 2018, then CEO Craig Jelinek reportedly approached Costco's co-founder, Jim Sinegal, about raising the price due to rising costs. Sinegal's response, according to Jelinek's own retelling, was blunt. "If you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out." Costco genuinely did figure it out. The company built its own hot dog manufacturing plants, first outside Los Angeles, later adding a second facility near Chicago, specifically to control costs without ever raising that price. When rising costs made the original supplier too expensive, Costco switched to its own Kirkland signature hot dogs entirely. When a soda contract renewal got too costly, the company switched suppliers rather than raise the combo's price even slightly. Today, Costco reportedly sells more than 100 million of these hot dog combos every single year. That's an item the company essentially guarantees will never turn a meaningful profit. It functions as a permanent physical proof point, a signal that no matter how much prices rise everywhere else, Costco's core value proposition never quietly erodes. Now, here's something genuinely counterintuitive about how Costco stocks its stores. A typical Walmart or Target carries somewhere between 80,000 and 140,000 distinct products. What retailers call SKUs, individual stock keeping units. Costco carries roughly 4,000. That's a reduction of well over 95%. This isn't a failure to compete on selection. It's a deliberate strategic choice, and the reasoning comes down to complexity itself. Every additional SKU a retailer carries adds real operational cost. Tracking inventory, restocking shelves, negotiating separately with suppliers, managing dead stock that never moves. Jim Sinegal himself once explained it simply. Walk down a typical supermarket aisle, and you might find 350 different SKUs. Different sizes, different brands, all competing for the same shelf space. Costco instead identifies the single best-selling option in a category and sells an enormous volume of just that one item. Fewer decisions for the customer, far less operational complexity for the company, and significantly stronger negotiating leverage with suppliers since Costco can guarantee massive order volumes on a small number of products. This is also why so much of Costco's inventory sits stacked directly on wooden pallets, rather than being individually unpacked onto shelves by staff. Fewer products moving in much larger volumes means the entire operation can run with dramatically less labor per item sold. That efficiency connects directly to something else Costco does deliberately, constantly rearranging where products sit inside the store. Regular shoppers know Costco doesn't organize itself around fixed departments the way most stores do. Products move, rotate, and reappear in new locations, often without warning. Retail consultants call this deliberate strategy the treasure hunt. It leverages a well-documented psychological principle. People respond more strongly to unpredictable rewards than to predictable ones. Not knowing exactly what you'll find or where keeps shoppers exploring the entire warehouse, rather than making a single, targeted purchase and leaving immediately. Then there's Kirkland Signature, Costco's private label brand. It behaves nothing like a typical store brand. Most retailers position their private labels as the cheap, lower-quality alternative sitting next to name brands. Kirkland does the opposite entirely. Multiple product testing organizations and consumer publications have found that Kirkland products frequently match, or in some cases actually outperform, well-known national brands. Costco has built genuine consumer trust in the label itself, to the point where many members actively seek out Kirkland-branded products specifically, rather than treating them as a fallback option. That trust took real deliberate investment to build. It now functions as a meaningful competitive advantage, entirely independent of price alone. Even Costco's oversized shopping carts serve a specific, deliberate purpose. Behavioral research on retail environments has consistently found that larger shopping carts tend to increase how much customers ultimately purchase. A partially empty cart can subtly feel insufficient. A cart that already looks reasonably full can feel psychologically complete. That encourages a shopper to stop adding items sooner than they otherwise might. Combined with Costco's characteristic bulk packaging, oversized carts help normalize larger purchase volumes as simply the standard way of shopping there. Now, something that seems to directly contradict typical low-cost retail logic: Costco's own employees. Costco has consistently paid meaningfully higher wages than comparable retailers like Walmart or Target, along with notably stronger health benefits. According to industry reporting, Costco employees have historically paid a significantly smaller share of their own health insurance premiums out of pocket, compared to workers at many competing retail chains. This isn't primarily generosity for its own sake, though it certainly benefits workers directly. It's connected to that same 4,000 SKU strategy discussed earlier. Fewer products to manage means each individual employee can be considerably more productive, generating more revenue per worker than employees at retailers juggling tens of thousands of SKUs. Higher productivity per employee genuinely can support higher wages, while also reducing costly employee turnover and the ongoing expense of constantly training new staff. Walk into any Costco, and you'll notice something else that's completely deliberate: the warehouse aesthetic itself. Concrete floors, exposed steel racking that reaches up toward the ceiling, minimal interior decoration of any kind. This isn't a lack of budget or ambition. It's a specific, intentional design signal to the customer. A store that looks like a genuine industrial warehouse implicitly tells shoppers something. We didn't spend money on fancy interior design, so that money could go toward lower prices for you instead. That visual signal reinforces price trust, even before a customer glances at a single price tag anywhere in the store. Finally, advertising, or rather, the near total absence of it. Costco spends remarkably little on traditional advertising relative to its overall revenue, especially compared to typical retail industry norms. The company largely relies instead on word of mouth, existing member referrals, and that consistently high annual renewal rate, all to sustain and grow its membership base organically. Membership itself functions as a powerful, built-in marketing engine. Existing members frequently refer friends and family directly. Costco's own free guest pass system lets prospective members experience the value proposition firsthand before ever committing to pay. Put every one of these individual pieces together, and a coherent, self-reinforcing business formula emerges clearly. Low product margins draw customers in on price alone. Membership fees generate the majority of the company's actual profit. Genuine trust and value drive consistently high customer visit frequency. High visit frequency and bulk purchasing drive rapid inventory turnover. Rapid turnover, combined with a genuinely limited product selection, keeps prices consistently low. Low prices and strong member trust drive continued membership growth year over year. And the entire cycle simply repeats, reinforcing itself with each new member added. Costco doesn't primarily make money by selling products. It makes money by selling trust. Every $1.50 hot dog, every oversized shopping cart, every concrete warehouse floor, every membership card, they're all part of the exact same underlying system. And that's why Costco isn't just another supermarket. It's one of the most successful retail businesses ever built.